Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta get that vinaigrette.
Oh gosh.
You want another one?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. Hi, we're Joe and Lisa. This is Natty Talks.
How's it going?
Might be smart to introduce ourselves.
Oh yeah, we forget these things. We are not professionals.
You forget these things. I remember these things.
I just hit the ground running, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Let's go.
Well, go.
Heck yeah. Sorry guys, let me get prepared. So this time we're gonna do a little bit of a 17 life lessons.
I read all these.
I haven't looked at these, and
I read the
so this is going to be just our raw reaction to them.
Except the first two. I'm okay, by the way.
Oh yeah, if you haven't watched
if you haven't watched any of our other videos, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Had to have a little surgery. Shout out to OrthoSensei for fixing me. Appreciate that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good job.
Some of this will probably tie into that. We'll see.
It could. So this is 17 life lessons. And this is also by the Mental Resilience Coach. I want to just throw that out there.
Yes, we really like some of their posts.
Wow. Okay, so the first one.
Right out the gate.
It's because it has a word that I was like, whoa. Impermanence is why your favorite childhood restaurant now sucks.
What is impermanence?
Don't ask me.
That's not what I thought that word was, but okay.
What is it?
I don't. No, you're right. It is that. It is impertinence, but I don't know. I don't know what that means.
It's impermanence is why your favorite childhood restaurant now sucks. It's also why you still have a shot at reinventing yourself. Ooh. Wow.
Uh-huh.
Damn, there's some people I hope watch this. Like seriously.
Yeah.
Because if you think about that, it's like, for instance, Frisch's. We all love.
Dang it! Yeah.
We all love Frisch's.
We all love Frisch's here in Cincinnati.
Yeah, and then that company went and sold out to a company in Atlanta who was like, "We're just going to kill this off," and the food sucked, the service sucked, and now they're non-existent.
But there are people who are trying to save some locations, so shout out to them.
Good, they need to save it.
Yeah, I know.
That's a fundamental Frisch's.
It's a staple of Cincinnati.
It's a staple of Cincinnati. It needs to stay. So like, somebody please bring that back.
Yes.
And bring it back to what it was, not this crap.
No. The original Frisch's.
The original Frisch's, not what happened.
AKA Big Boy.
Huh?
AKA Big Boy.
Yeah, bring back Big Boy. The real Big Boy.
Free the big boys that are
free the big boys. Why are they in a cage?
Anyways,
we're gonna
rabbit trail.
So Frisch's, we all loved Frisch's back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Perkins.
But it also went to crap.
Ponderosa. Yep.
So now they have a chance to reinvent it.
Mm-hmm.
Back to what it was.
Yes.
When it was good.
Mm-hmm.
So if like you look at it, it's like, hey, I mean, if you haven't reached a spot in life where you're like, if you think you're living life the right way and like you haven't gone through just a major shift in your whole persona,
mm-hmm.
You're still yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You're still, you have the, your moral compass is there and all these things are there.
Mm-hmm.
But like, dude, you don't understand what we're quite saying here. When you reinvent yourself,
mm-hmm.
so it's a choice that you have to make to better yourself.
Yes.
B, it's being self-aware of yourself and realizing like, oh, I'm not living life the right way. I'm actually being detrimental to the people around me.
Mm-hmm.
And not only people around me, but myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't care. Like, and I've heard this from other people too. It's not just personal experience, but like, man, like there's a lot of people just ending relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the other person either wasn't aware of the things that they were doing, or they just weren't aware of themselves, which then caused them to like, because I'm not talking about like, like
preference all types of relationships.
Yeah, but
friendships, romantic, whatever.
Yes. Right, yeah, all types of relationships. And like, I'm not talking about like you're dating somebody and you're just wasting time.
Right.
I'm talking about like you are actually fully in something, like at least one of the people were, and the other person may have been like, yeah, we're in this, and then it just stopped. And it's like, dude, like that is a spot where, like, if you're not aware, if you're the person on the other side,
Mhm.
dude, like, you have got to realize that you have to grow as a person because you're just staying stagnant.
Correct.
Like, you have to grow. This whole life thing, like, you don't just like live life. Oh, I'm at a good spot where I'm at. Yep, great.
No, you're constantly growing.
You are constantly growing and learning. And if you get to a spot where like life is good, but you don't make the decision to better yourself, you don't make the decision to take a step back and look at yourself and, like, A, realize how blessed you are, but B, realize that you can do better.
Be like a tree and plant roots.
Right. Like, if you're in a good spot in life, like, you have people who support you, you have people who love you, and you have, you have your life.
Mhm.
You are in a golden spot to reinvent yourself at that point, because the people that support you and love you are going to be there regardless. And then, because the last thing you want to do is get rid of those people, because you're losing support, you're losing a loving relationship, you're losing a great friendship.
Yeah.
Like,
still be a tree, but shake some of those dead leaves off.
Right. Like prune yourself.
There you go.
Go and prune yourself, huh?
Exactly.
Like, a rose bush doesn't look that great if you don't actually take care of it.
Same thing with any type of shrubbery. You have to give it attention and
Right.
shape it.
You have to. And we're the same way. If you don't make something, like, a rose bush isn't beautiful because it's there.
Correct.
A rose bush is beautiful because somebody prunes it and makes it grow a certain way and makes it look a certain way.
Correct.
That person is you.
Yep. And you can still be prickly.
You're going to have thorns.
Uh-huh.
We all do.
Yep.
But, like, you gotta just look at yourself and reinvent yourself. I'm not saying change yourself as a human being. I'm saying change yourself on your pathways of thinking and your actions and what you do, because you have to realize that some of your actions are not beneficial for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is weird holding my own hand.
Man, she's like Joe Burrow out here. She has the...
Right? The Joe Burrow of Natty Talks.
That's me.
No. You're not the one who broke the wrist.
Damn it. You're beating me here. All right, I'll figure out something.
Okay, let's not. Number two.
Next time you're stuck in a bad situation, remember, this too shall pass. There you go.
Yeah.
When you're on top of the world, remember, this too shall pass.
Yep.
Story about my mom.
Okay.
So I ran cross country in high school and in college. And my first year running, I couldn't run faster than the time I wanted to run. It was 19 minutes in a 5K. And I was, halfway through that first season of me doing this, because I was a soccer player, so it was a whole different transition of, like, doing what I was doing. My mom, she's a really quiet lady. But she would yell, like, in like, you're talking just tons of people. And when I'm going by, I still could hear her voice, So one day during the season, I was like, man, I want to run this. I want to do that. Blah, blah. And she was like, does it hurt when you're running? I was like, yeah, it hurts. And she's like, well, just remember, the faster you go, the quicker it's over with. And I was like, true. She's like, just like the Bible verse, this too shall pass.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
So
this is a difficult season right now.
Right.
I've never broken a bone, so it's definitely a new mental challenge for me, and it's been hard. But I know that this will pass. I will heal, and I will be back on top at some point. And even when I am on top, that top will come back down again at some point.
Well, like we've said this on other videos. Life is not this.
Nope.
This only comes from your reaction to this part.
Yep. And this part.
Look at us doing math and stuff. Visual math. Sine wave.
Okay.
Horizontal line. But yeah, no, like this line seriously only comes when you learn how to react to these things.
Correct.
And the understanding of, even though I am up here, I know that at some point I am going to have the complete reverse of this and be down here.
Correct. There is always a high and there's always a low.
Right. If you haven't realized it yet, your highest of highs, you can celebrate them, but make sure you don't over celebrate. Make sure you don't over gloat. Make sure you don't over anything, because when you're down here,
Yeah.
the
yeah.
exact opposite feeling is going to be down here.
And I can completely agree with that. We had a great time at the Bengals game, and then 2 days later.
Right. Like, remember, life is this. Life is this.
Life's a journey.
Learn how to react, because
Exactly.
all of this shall pass.
Yes.
Your good's going to pass and your bad's going to pass. That's how life works, in case you all haven't figured that out yet.
Correct.
It's just how you react to it.
Mm-hmm.
Just remember, this too shall pass.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Yeah, number 3.
Practice letting go in small ways. Delete old photos, donate clothes you don't wear, build the muscle of non-attachment.
That is hard to do.
No shit. It's really hard to let go.
Yes, it is.
And I feel like when people hear let go, they think, I'm giving up on this, or I don't want this, or whatever. That's not letting go. Letting go is
not letting your brain focus on it for a long amount of time.
That's true. Don't let something consume you, because it will.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Recently I was having something consume me. It still kind of is, but I'm handling it better. But like, it eventually started, I'm aware enough of my body and like things going on, and my brain is a part of that. I was starting to become aware that it was starting to affect my brain.
Mm-hmm.
So like, this is a lesson in letting go.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I looked at it. That doesn't mean that I don't love a person.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean that I don't want to let them go. It's not just letting go of them, like,
it's letting them not consume your every being so that you can be yourself.
Right, because I haven't been myself.
No, you have not.
No, I have not. But like, I'm just saying, it doesn't mean you don't love someone. It doesn't mean that you don't care about them.
Correct.
It just means that you need to let go so that they can have the space they need.
Mm-hmm.
And just hope and pray that things turn around in the end. But like,
let space do what space needs to do, and let divinity happen when it happens.
Very good. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Number 4.
Hold on.
Never mind. Number 3 still.
I don't agree with deleting old photos, by the way, because if you have photos of something that makes you happy, don't delete it.
I'm going to disagree with you.
I don't care.
That's fair.
Because
I can disagree with you.
That's fine. You can. Because in order to feel better, you still need to look at the times that you were happy. You still need to feel the joy that something brought to you, because if you don't remember how to feel that way, it's going to be harder on you to let go.
I can agree with you to a sense on that.
That's fine. I'm just saying, I wouldn't delete old photos, because you never know.
You are correct in that sense also.
You never know. It's better to have memories. It's better to have photos of things
Correct.
that you love and that you appreciate.
I agree with that, but I think that ties back into my thought process of giving space and let divinity happen when divinity happens.
I mean, I agree.
Well, yeah, but disagree. We can agree to disagree, and still,
Right.
Two truths can be true.
Also, donate clothes that you don't wear. Seriously, like,
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going to tell you all, I don't own anything. 90% of the things I do own are like 45 minutes south of me. So like, I own nothing. I gave all my stuff away to the interns at the Red Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Just gave it to them. They came over and cleared out my storage unit of the past 10 years of me being alive.
Yep.
And I live out of a bag.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, get rid of everything. Wait till you feel how incredible it is not to have all the little shit that you don't want to touch. That's probably why most of you don't move, because you don't want to like we've had this conversation too. It's like, stop giving me all this stuff that's just going to take up space.
Mm-hmm.
When you get rid of everything, Dude, life is so nice.
Like free stuff is nice, but if you don't have a need for it, then don't give
Right.
it.
If you don't have a need for it, give it to someone who does.
Uh-huh.
Because trust me, the feeling of doing that, it's something that you need to feel.
Mm-hmm.
Go do it. And I don't mean like, I mean, yes, you can donate to like whatever. I'm talking about like if you have something that you don't use, but you know someone could use it, dude, just give it to them.
Mm-hmm.
Just give it to them. Watch how you change somebody's life.
Yes.
You just change someone's life.
Correct.
Because and then wait till you see how you feel. It is
Mm-hmm.
incredible. You
Yes.
should try it. Ready?
Number 4.
Oh boy. You're not the same person you were 10 years ago or yesterday
Uh-huh.
or a minute ago.
Nope.
No, we're not actually.
Nope.
Your name, your job, your roles, they're labels, not you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is good. Strip them away. What's left? Every cell in your body has been replaced since you were a kid. Physically, you're not the same person. Mentally, even less so.
Mm-hmm. Because at your core is your character, and that's what matters.
Right. Your character is what matters. This is how you know if you actually love somebody. You don't love anything about like what they have, what they could provide for you,
Mm-hmm.
what they have going on in their life. When you love somebody and you love who they are
Mm-hmm.
and their character, that is actually loving someone. Yeah.
Maybe I hate you.
She could. She probably does.
No.
No? Oh,
No.
well, that's on the camera. Wait till I get off the camera.
That's a whole other video.
Right. But seriously, like, dude, like it says, they're labels. They're not,
Mm-hmm.
it's not you.
It's part of your identity, but it's not
It's-
who you are at your
Right.
core.
Like, I'm an engineer. Okay. Like, trust me, you all don't want to live in.
No, that's a title you've been given.
Yeah. I worked my ass off to get there. So it's not like I was just given it,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't want to live in my brain. Trust me.
No.
You don't want to live in here.
I've tried to. It's scary.
It's rather scary. She hears me talk about things and she's like, whoa, dude.
Mhm.
Like, I didn't know a human brain could think like that.
Sometimes I think like that. Sometimes we share a brain.
Sometimes. But yeah, no, like, they're just labels, man.
Mm-hmm.
Try this on. Go do things that is you, that isn't a label.
Mm-hmm.
On a podcast.
Yeah.
This isn't a label. Like, we just do this.
Apparently we're celebrities, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to the Enquirer. Apparently, we're celebrities.
Yeah.
Actually, somebody knew me at the gym the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Well, they didn't know me, but they were like, hey, do you have a podcast? And I went,
Yeah.
no. And they were like, oh, you look just like this guy. And
I
went,
mean, people are
interesting.
going to know who we are. I just told my brand new company about us, so.
I know. Oh, speaking of which, shout out to Lisa for breaking her arm and getting a new job.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the company that's on here, I'm the crazy one. So she's actually normal. You don't have to worry about anything with her. She doesn't usually say anything that's like off the wall like I
I am
do.
the professional one.
Yeah. Don't worry. She's okay.
Yeah. Actually, I know I am. That is how I got this job.
Exactly. Because you were worthy of having it.
Because one of my titles is a great communicator.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm a social engineer, so like I'm a rare breed of engineer. I use my engineering brain in the weirdest ways, and it reflects the work I do because of the personal relationships I formed and the people that know me and that I talk to and all that stuff like that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you all probably aren't aware, but like I use my engineering side of my brain to like think like, you know, A, read the room, B, be able to just be immersed in a conversation with someone enough that you remember something about them. So later when you talk to them, you bring up something.
Mm-hmm. And that is why you and I are a good dynamic duo, because we are both chameleons.
Yeah. But yeah, you know,
You were
do
just
something that's not a label.
correct.
Do something that's not a label.
Mm-hmm.
You could label me in many different ways.
Oh yeah, when we have been.
yeah, like you can label me in many different ways, but like who I am actually is not, this isn't a word, not labelable.
Unlabeled.
It's very unlabeled. Most people don't know the talents I have.
Correct. You have many.
I have many. Ready?
Number 5.
You've driven home and can't remember the journey. You just lost a chunk of your life. Mindfulness is choosing to show up for it.
I think I read the first 5 because I knew like the first few.
Dude.
I knew how your reaction was gonna be.
But really, like,
But after 5, I don't know what the rest.
seriously, now we've all done this.
Mhm.
We're driving and like you start thinking about something and you're
Autopilot.
just, like, staring off in space and you're just,
You disassociate.
you disassociate. And then you look and you're like, oh, fuck, how'd I get here?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about driving.
Nope.
This is anything in life, dude. Like, if you're not paying attention and if you're not actually engaging in your life, the things in your life that are good, the things in your life that are, the things in life that are good are going to go away.
Mm-hmm.
The things in life that are bad are going to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not paying attention to what you should be paying attention to.
Correct.
You're paying attention to the things you shouldn't be paying that much attention to. And then it spirals and then it goes bad. This is also somebody growing and learning and being self-aware.
Correct. Well, in mindfulness, you also have to slow down because if you just continue with the motion, you never stop and appreciate.
Yeah. Like if you don't just, out of our 10 things to be happy, if you don't just take 5 minutes and just
be thankful.
Be thankful. Be thankful for the life you have because you are blessed. It doesn't matter what hand in life you were dealt. If you don't take 5 minutes just be grateful for what you have and that you're alive and able to be here,
correct,
life is not going to be that much fun for you. It's going to be rather awful.
Yes.
Appreciate what you have. Be thankful for what you have. Make sure you're mindful.
Yes.
Be present. That really was one of our best videos.
I know.
How to be happy. Go watch both those videos.
Yes.
Go watch them. And the first one was spectacular.
The first one was good, and then we had technical difficulties, and the second one is just as good.
The second one's good.
But the first one was better.
Just listen to the 10 things in there.
Yes.
And really listen to it because seriously, go back and listen to that one. Like I keep telling people, go listen to that. Go listen to those episodes.
Don't listen to any of the ones at the beginning. They were crap.
Yeah, they were crap.
Listen 20 after.
They were crap. Oh, I was already there.
Number 6.
You're not your thoughts, but you're not separate from them either. You're the awareness in which they arise. Feel the difference. And I've said this on here. If you want to know a way to distinguish between the voices in your head.
There's voices in your head?
There's quite a few in here.
Same.
Yeah. We all sit at a round table and discuss.
Oh, mine do the tango. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, we sit at a table.
Okay.
This is what we do in here.
Okay.
Then we come to a agreement. Not everybody's great. This guy over here, asshole. But this guy over here is a voice of reason.
I mean, yeah. All my ducks aren't in a row. Some are dancing. Some are doing somersaults. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Anywho, the way to distinguish between the voices in your head, if you're thinking about something and being like, is this bad thought really me? Or is this thought really me? Hold on, we're waiting. The easiest way to distinguish this is that you would never hurt yourself.
Correct.
And if you do, you have some serious issues. You would never hurt yourself physically.
Correct.
So if a voice pops in your head, an idea pops in your head, or anything pops in your head, and you're like, why am I thinking this? Why am I doing this? That is not you.
That is a thought from the enemy.
That's a thought that you don't need to be, you need to learn to distinguish, because a way to know when it is you is when a voice hits and you just either have nothing, you have calmness, you have peace, or it makes you happy, makes you joyous.
Mm-hmm.
Any good thing, that is you,
Yes.
not any bad thought.
Correct.
If you all would get rid of the bad thoughts, by the way, you would see how much life would take off for you.
The tape you play back in your head is important.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Number 7.
The constant urge to check your phone while working is not about the phone. It's about you escaping the moment. What are you avoiding?
It's a good one too, especially in this day and age with technology.
Right.
You were just talking about this last night.
Yep.
You had said you're like, my brain keeps trying to check things. And I said, yeah, because your brain is wired that way. You have to unwire it and rewire it to undo that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I've deleted all my social media at this point. I'm only on here right now to read this, and then after this, I'm off it again. I mean, I have things I need to focus on anyways.
Mm-hmm.
But really, you all should do this. You all should just delete everything and just go to work and put your phone over here.
Yep.
And just focus on working for like a week or two,
Mm-hmm.
and watch how much better you are at work. Watch how much more you get done. And then you're going to realize how important it is to detach yourself from something that is not giving you any type of benefit.
Correct. It'll be hard in the beginning. It'll take a couple of days.
Yep.
But there is so much content and consumerism out there that is not good for our brains. Our brains were not made to handle all of that.
And man, I'm just going to say it on here. If you all haven't put this together yet, the things on the internet are not good to read.
No.
They're just not. If you really want to think about it, your brain is nothing more than a computer system.
Correct.
So when you're looking at things on the internet, you're just inviting viruses in.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to put malware in so you don't have this happen. I mean, we could use this podcast for instance. You know, we've had people come at us for things that we're just like, why are you coming at us?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't say it.
Words did not physically leave our lips.
Right. And not only that, I don't really care. For the people who used to talk to us, in case you want to go back and think about it, you all bought into something that you read on there that if you all know who we are.
They thought they did.
So then you all just bought into a whole slew of things that were incorrect. And if you thought they were, then you were never our friends anyways. Because that's literally incorrect. I mean, it was like I would have had more fun if it was actually true. You know, and I'm like, okay. But like, yeah, man, like you all do this. There's like examples. So like you need to pull yourself off of this.
Yep.
And life is a whole lot more, it's a lot lighter.
Yes, it is.
Everything's lighter when
it's a lot more peaceful.
It's a lot more peaceful. I mean, I'm sure the Bengals Twitter community could tell you all about this.
Mm-hmm. Sure, generations before us could tell you also.
Right.
You and I are lucky to be in the generation that has been part of before technology was a thing and after technology boomed. Mm-hmm. So our generation, in my opinion, is the best generation to be able to differentiate the two.
Yeah. The younger generation is really having issues with this.
Well,
I can see.
I would say us and Gen X, but mainly us.
No, I'm saying like the people below us,
correct,
in the line are having problems with this. It's correct. Like, dude, you all need to realize that the things you're reading are not good for you.
Correct.
Like even if you read something and you're just like, oh, that's stupid, it's still going into your brain. Mm-hmm. It's still creating a thought. Correct. It's still creating a process.
Creating a thought, and then you said it was stupid, so that's a negative thought.
Right. It's negative. So stop looking at it. Like, just stop looking at it. Mm-hmm.
Do a social media fest.
Right.
Watch the difference. See what happens.
Right.
Number 8.
The guy who cut you off in traffic, maybe his kid is in the hospital. You don't know people's stories. You choose to see the other side.
Yep. That's something once I met you and you didn't like my driving. I really that was something that it really changed for me, because you're exactly right. You don't know what the reason why they're driving the way that they're driving.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Send them grace.
I mean, dude, you don't know, man. Maybe they got somebody in the car and they're trying to rush them to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
If you've never been in that situation, you're lucky.
Yep.
But if you have been, then you know exactly what I'm saying. It's like, dude, like, everyone's going through something.
Correct.
So, like, maybe we just be a little more courteous.
Correct.
Maybe when it's snowing like crazy outside, we drive like intelligent humans.
I mean, that happened with Lilia and I the other day. There was a trucker who kind of cut us off, and Lilia got right up next to him, and I was just like, Jesus left you. And I said, I did that instead of flipping him off. So,
Yeah, no, like, yeah, yeah. Side note. Will the cops start pulling over trucks that ride in the lanes they're not supposed to, please?
that'd be nice.
That'd be nice. Instead of bothering people who are just trying to go to work or something like that. Like, ticket the companies that can pay for it because they probably are insured.
Correct.
Or not only that, if they are driving that way, they shouldn't be driving a 18-wheeler. Number Burrow.
9.
Compassion isn't always gentle. Sometimes it's telling your friend they're being an asshole. Love is boundaries.
Oh, don't we know this so well?
Right.
And this goes both ways.
Which I think, you know, because people seem to have a problem that a guy and a girl can be best friends.
Apparently.
Like, the reason why this works is because she tells me I'm an asshole more times than I can count. I tell her things that she probably doesn't really want to hear in the moment.
Correct.
But thank God that we do that.
Yes.
Because
we're keeping each other accountable. We're keeping each other true to each other.
Right. And like,
true to oneself.
You know, not all the time do you have someone in your life that looks at you and says, hey, this is what you're doing wrong. You need to fix this. That's how you know you actually love someone.
Correct.
If they are willing to say things that they know are going to either hurt you or that they know has a risk of you being completely upset with them and never talking to them again. If they love you enough to say those things, that's where you should stay.
Correct.
That's the people you keep in your life.
But yeah, and also still having grace for that person when they are in a different spot than they need to be.
Right.
When they're not being their best version of themselves.
That's the other side of it. Giving grace, giving understanding, being patient with somebody, because we're all growing humans.
Correct.
We're all growing, you know, like I know that somebody's not going to be stagnant. I know that they're going to grow. I'm just waiting for them to do it. Right. Correct. It's like, you know, you know where somebody is going sometimes. And it's just like, you're going to get there.
Correct.
I'm going to be right here waiting for you to get there. You know, like, but you should be able to have these kind of conversations with your friends.
Yep.
You know, like you should be able to, like, if you're really friends with each other, you want to have these conversations with each other.
And that's why it's important to have friends that are older than you as well too, because they can provide wisdom.
Right. Listen to wisdom.
Yes.
Listen to somebody who's been there, done that.
Correct.
They're going to save you an awful lot of time and an awful lot of heartache.
Especially when you listen. Because I will say that is the one takeaway from our friendship, is that you have helped me grow in different ways that I never thought I would.
Oh, good. Good. I'm glad. You've done the same for me.
Good.
It's a wild ride.
It has.
Yeah.
Number 10.
Before we get to this.
Okay.
I hope you all are watching. We're not going to say who it is yet, but we have received our first ever endorsement was from a company.
I almost said endowment.
Endowment. So we promise that we're going to do a good job with this for you all, and we're going to spread the word here in Cincinnati. This is also a kind of a dig at the Cincinnati companies that we have been around. A company all the way over in California, which we hope you all are safe and well over there, and everybody's good. A company all the way out in California helped us out.
Yeah.
How many people have we helped out in Cincinnati?
A few.
More than a few.
Yeah.
Where are you all?
You're the numbers person.
Like, where are you all, dude? We've helped out so many of you all, and none of you all are helping us. and this is a free spot for advertisement. This is a free spot to get your name out there.
Free
If you run
marketing.
a small business in Cincinnati, dude, hop on. Like, we want to do that for you all here.
Correct.
So a company out in California did it. Where are you all?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, come on. We will say who that is in an episode soon. We're waiting on things to get done.
Logistics.
Yeah. And once that's completed, we'll be
glad to share.
Glad to share.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Number 10.
Number 10. I like this one.
Okay.
That homeless guy you avoid eye contact with, he's you in a different timeline.
Ooh.
Compassion is realizing no us in them.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah, it is. Dude, unless you have lived a certain life, you don't quite get it.
Correct.
Then you never will.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that in mind.
Yep.
You don't know what that feels like.
Correct.
Be blessed. Be thankful. You don't know what it's like to wonder if you're going to eat.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what it's like to be dealing with this cold weather.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't know.
Right.
Like, I mean, you saw on the second How to Be Happy episode, I gave a homeless guy, we were originally just going to buy him something to eat. Mm-hmm. And then he was on his way out.
Right.
And I was like, you know what, whatever. And I gave him $50. Like, here, dude.
Yeah, originally we were going to actually, like, I was going to make us spend time with him and, like, pour into his life. But since time-wise, it just didn't work out. But you were still able to help him.
Right, yeah. I was like, here you go, dude. Go ahead and go.
Mm-hmm.
There's your bus fare for, like, quite a while. There's your food.
And we hope Curtis is doing well.
Hope he is.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever he is. But really, like, there really is no us and them. It's we're all collectively.
We're all in this together.
We're all in this together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, none of us are ever going to see eye to eye. That's what makes us human.
Diversity is part of the kingdom.
But if you don't realize that we're all in this together, and that, like, if we don't, you can have different opinions, you can have different views, but if you're not in the direction of the better for everyone,
mm-hmm.
then maybe that's not the best plan.
Correct.
You know, like, it needs to be the betterment for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Compassion.
Yeah.
Be compassionate. And be passionate.
Yeah.
And patient.
Okay. Number 11.
A person can range from being completely open-minded or stubbornly opinionated. The middle way is having convictions but holding them lightly.
Okay, will you read it again?
A person can range from being completely open-minded or stubbornly opinionated. The middle way is having convictions but holding them lightly.
Mm. I kind of want to hear your thoughts first on this.
I think open-mindedness is a funny thing.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Because
it's a Pandora's box.
Yeah. Like, if you think you're open-minded, you're probably not.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think you all know exactly how out there you can be open-minded.
Mm-hmm.
You can have your opinions,
mm-hmm.
but, like, you need to, instead of having a right here view of everything, go about 5,000 feet in the air and look down at it and say, what am I looking at?
Mm-hmm.
Take the whole picture in.
Yes.
Think about, like, this is irritating me, but what is going on in this whole picture?
It's the root cause of what's causing it to irritate me.
Right. Like, if you look at life that way, I feel like your decision making will be better. I feel like how you treat people will be better.
Yes.
If you're open-minded enough to look at something and be like, I get this,
mm-hmm.
you know? Make sure you say the whole picture.
Yes.
Put it out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got.
Okay.
You done?
I didn't have much thought on that one.
Okay.
Number
12.
12.
Working 80-hour weeks, binge watching Netflix for hours. Neither extreme is healthy. Find the middle. Yep. That whole thing you were saying, like, take a moment, you know, like, whatever. Like, dude, you're always going to want to make more money. You're never going to have enough money from your job, trust me. Like, it doesn't go that way.
No, it doesn't. It's also not the most important currency in life.
Right. It's not. You know what the most important currency is?
Time.
Because you don't know how much you have. And I'm not saying don't indulge yourself in work when you need to. Sometimes you need to work 80-hour weeks. I'm currently doing that. But you need to, like, have spots where you're like, okay, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to come back down again. And just...
You have to find that balance.
You got to find the balance of life, of being like, I'm going to work, do this, and then when I'm done doing this, I'm going to go do this side of my life. Like, I mean, that's how I'm able to compartmentalize all of these jobs I do.
Correct.
Which I'm thankful that, like, the jobs I do have give me leniency to do what I do. Mainly because I do a really good job anyways. So it's, you know, it's like it's not like I'm just like freewheeling it.
No.
You know, like, I'm really good at what I do. So, like, when you're really good at what you do, you get these perks in life.
Yes, you do.
So, like, you know, you can do all kinds of things. You just need to find a balance.
Yes.
You need to find a balance.
Yes.
You need to remember to enjoy this thing called life.
Correct. But also keep willing to educate yourself and learn.
Yeah, and you have your responsibilities. You need to learn how to balance it all.
Part of self-discipline.
Yep. Discipline goes a long way.
Yes.
Number 13.
13.
You oscillate between caring too much and not giving a damn. The middle way is giving a damn, but not letting it consume you.
I think that's a harder one for women in general. Because most of that is emotionally driven. So it could be hard for men too, but I think it is a little bit harder for women.
I feel like if a guy gets to the point where his give a damn gets to the spot where he's like, that's it, I can't do this I can't take this anymore. That's it. I'm doing something. That is a man that is beat. But, like,
yeah,
because that's a man getting on the emotional side of things.
Correct.
And for a man, it's hard to take. Dude, when you have never felt something before and you're like, I would consider myself emotionally aware and educated in myself and how to handle my emotions. But if there's a spot where, like, my emotions are just, like, so high that I can't handle it, that's only happened to me, like, once.
Right.
Ever since 2 years ago. So it's like...
And I think I will take that back, actually. Men probably struggle with that a little bit more because y'all weren't properly taught how to regulate your emotions.
That's
whereas
true.
Women have.
Well,
Not all. Okay, let me phrase that. Not all women.
Yeah.
But most. And even that's slim. But
side note, I would really like to talk about women on here, but we always get attacked.
I was just saying, do you want do another Men and Women's episode?
We should do another women's episode.
Men and Women.
Yeah, we should. But, like, I feel like there's things that women need to hear these days. Like, because y'all ain't it, dude. Y'all ain't it. Like, and I don't need, you all can attack me all you want, but
we can circle back to this. Like, we can circle back on talking about doing another Men and Women's episode.
Yeah, but no, like, y'all can attack me all you want, but, like, I'm not the only guy saying this.
No.
Actually, there's many guys saying this, that just women are not it these days. Be better, please. For you, be better.
Be better for yourself.
You are horrifically affecting yourself.
Correct. I will say it's the same for men.
Yeah, men just need.
Men ain't shit.
Yeah, these little boys running around here need to be men. It would make all of our lives better if you would do that.
Yes, it would.
and give a damn about things.
Number 14.
Want to change your life? Change your habits. Karma is just the long-term consequence of repeated actions. Oh, it isn't about past lives. It's about how today's choices become tomorrow's baseline. You're always creating your normal. Dude, I said this when you turned 30. I was like,
30s are going to suck.
30s are going to suck. And you were like, oh, no. Dude, you need to change your habits.
Yep.
Like, for yourself, you need to change your habits.
Yep.
Because karma is real.
Mm-hmm.
Karma is real, dude. Like, karma is just the long-term consequence of repeated actions.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you right now, karma is a patient bitch.
Yep.
Karma will always get you. There's always cause and effect. If you do something in this life, that is a cause. Down here, when karma hits,
well, just case in point,
is an effect.
I tested my limits, and my limits won.
Yeah,
you're absolutely right. 30 was okay. 31 has been a piece of shit.
And by the way, karma isn't like your actions on like what you do. Karma is how you treat other people.
Correct.
That's where karma comes from.
Karma's kind of everything.
Right, but like, give me an example of karma from not involving another person.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Okay.
Or animal or whatever.
Yes.
If you do not treat people the way you should, if you're not open and honest with them, if you don't tell them what you need to tell them, you are generating such bad karma for yourself that I pray for you. Because like, dude, karma always hits the bullseye. Always.
The universe is going to do what the universe is going to do.
Yes, it will. I'm not going to say. There is a higher power. There's a higher energy field, whichever way you want to look at it. If you're not living life right, you can't utilize this higher energy field.
Correct, because when you leave this earth, you do have to answer to something.
Some.
Number
15. Shout out to Chris Henry. Look for patterns. If you keep ending up in similar situations, examine your unconscious reactions and choices. God, I hope you're watching this. If you do something in life and you do the same things and it never works and you always end up right back here, at some point in your life, you have got to stop and look and say, I do these things. And along the path of doing these things, I always end right back at the same spot, which means it's not working, which means you have to be self-aware of what you're choosing to do. And you need to say, I'm not going to do this to myself.
Correct. It means that you're in a vicious cycle and you have to change. Yeah,
you're in a vicious cycle with yourself. That's all this whole life thing is just a battle between you and you. So like, win the fight for yourself between yourself. You have to. That's the only way you're ever going to be remotely able to have stable relationships in life. It's the only way you're ever going to be a friend. It's the only way you're ever going to whatever. Just
you have to fight the good fight for yourself, even though it's going to be hard and difficult.
It is. Dude, it's a hard battle to look at yourself and say, I have got to fix this. I have to do things for myself.
Correct.
And for the people around me who love me. Because if I don't, I'm going to just dismantle this whole thing that I have worked hard for in life.
If you continue in the vicious cycle, you will just continue to be a vortex of destruction.
Yeah, for yourself and other people.
Correct. If you're going to be a force in life, you need to be a good force, not a bad force.
Yeah, like seriously.
No, don't be like a hurricane. be like the wind that carries the leaves.
Yep. Like, man, like, come on. Just wake up.
Mhm.
Wake up to this whole thing called life.
Exactly.
Wake up to it.
Yep. 16.
I don't like this already. You're not special. Neither is that guru or Instagram influencer. Enlightenment is seeing through the whole game of self-importance. It isn't becoming someone else. It's the end of trying to be anyone. Never mind, I do like it.
Okay.
It is correct. You're not special. You're not special. I'm not special.
Nope.
But you are special to yourself, and I am special to myself. And that's how it really should be.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a good way to look at this whole thing called life. You know, you're walking around a city, you're walking around wherever. You're not special. Mm-hmm. So treat each other with kindness.
Yep. And mercy and compassion.
Yeah, there's no reason to be hatred towards anyone.
Mm-mm.
You don't know them.
Mm-mm.
There's no reason to be condescending.
Nope.
Like,
or passive.
Right. Like, dude,
you should be living out the fruits of the Spirit.
Do you know how many times I like walk by people and I look at them and say, hey, how's it going? And they just keep going. Yeah. Dude, you're not special. Mm-mm. You should be happy that somebody saw you.
And acknowledged you.
Man, I don't know why people just, and not only that, when somebody says hi to you and you say hi back, it makes you feel better.
Yes.
Like, hey, how you doing? Yes. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, have a good one. See you. Like, damn.
Exactly.
Oh, cool. Number 17.
17.
One of my personal favorite bands in the world. Nirvana is releasing that the peace you crave has been here all along. It's just been masked by your constant reaching for something else. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I like it.
I don't like it because it's true, and it just hit me hard.
Yeah, no.
So, read it again.
Nirvana is realizing that the peace you crave has been here all along. It's just been masked by your constant reaching for something else. Yep. Dude, take ownership of the things in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, stop reaching for something, because if you're climbing a ladder and you're reaching for the top one before you pass all the other ones,
yep,
you're never going to get to it.
You're correct.
And like the steps you have that lead you up, that's your foundation of where you're putting your foot.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just skip one.
Correct.
Don't, because you need all of them.
There's purpose in the one that you're trying to skip.
There is. Like, you can't skip it. And really, like, feeling peace is a very great feeling. So when you feel peace and joy and happiness in life, dude, don't let that go.
Don't squander it.
The grass is not greener on the other side. I had this conversation the other day. Nope. The grass is not greener on the other side of the fence. It's not greener over here. It's not greener over there. That is AstroTurf from the Silver Dome that broke everybody's knees, dude. It's fake. It looks green. It looks nice. It's fake. Make the grass you're standing on green. Mm-hmm. Do that instead of being like, I'm going to go over here because this looks great.
Water it. Take care of it.
Take care of the grass you're standing on.
Put roots in it.
Put roots in it. Water the grass you're standing on.
Yes.
Because all that really matters is your side of the fence.
Mm-hmm.
This little area that you're standing in, the green grass or brown, whatever it is probably brown because of your decisions you've made.
Because you haven't been self-nurturing it.
You haven't been nurturing the things that you have. You haven't been thankful for the things you have. And you're just looking elsewhere, being like, oh, that looks cool. I'm going to go over there.
Mm-hmm.
And that whole vicious cycle we talked about, if you keep doing that and keep doing that and keep doing that, eventually you're not going to find any grass. You're just going to find a whole bunch of fake nonsense.
Bingo.
Water the grass you're standing on.
Yep.
Nirvana was a good band.
Yeah. R.I.P.
That's another discussion.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's that.
That's that.
Yeah, sorry. But yeah, man. I like those. Those were good.
Yeah.
Those were good. I don't like really doing these kind of podcasts.
I love these.
And she likes them, so she's the boss.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's the boss.
Damn right.
Is there anything that I wanted to touch on while we're here?
No, I don't think so. I mean, if you like these, let us know. We'll keep doing them. I mean, we're going to keep doing them no matter what, but we always appreciate feedback one way or the other.
Yeah, if you have something you want us to talk about on here, let us know.
Let us know. Email us, tweet at us, DM us, send us an email.
Yeah, let us know. We got a lot coming up.
Yeah.
Got a lot coming up.
Yeah.
We're pretty excited that somebody finally saw value in what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Because we enjoy doing this.
Yeah, we do.
But
good creative outlet for us.
Yeah, right. But we don't make anything from this. We're pretty broke, actually.
Literally.
So, like, imagine how great this could be if we actually had help.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, we're very thankful that doing this, we did something where somebody noticed all the way across the country.
Mm-hmm.
At least someone did.
Somebody.
So we're very appreciative of that.
Absolutely.
And we look forward to the things that we have coming up. So
correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just remember, it is Cincinnati against the world, and we're at the helm.
I got nothing.